So since I was here and I'm like, okay, since I didn't give them a video yesterday, then I might as well just go ahead and tack another one on. You know, I love me some y'all. And I hope you guys enjoying the video a day in May that's going on right now. This is a lot of work for me than normal, but I'm enjoying it because I'm able to share and do and say, and it's not just reviews and business, it's more, you know, personal. It seems like every single time that I get a show that I like, it gets canceled, okay? Now y'all know, if you didn't know, I did a short for Scream Queens. I will post it somewhere. It'll be an annotation or a link below or whatever the fuck YouTube got going on right now. And Scream Queens was announced that it was canceled, which most of us pretty much got the gist of that after season 2 because it wasn't great at all. I tried, oh Ryan, I tried. But yeah, Niecy was gone for most of the season. I just feel like they shouldn't have took them out of Kappa Kappa Tau. I think they should have all, like, even though they went to jail and all that the first season, I feel like they should have like community service in college or something. It was just way too fast, too quick, and I think that's why a lot of people tuned out. It wasn't as popular first season as it could have been, although it was very popular on social media. But I'm not shocked that it got canceled. Not even a little bit. So that sparked something, which was I noticed that I have a pattern of liking shows that always fucking get canceled. So here's a few. Ringer on the CW. Dollhouse on Fox. Hype. Y'all remember Hype? It was like SNL meets Mad TV. It only had like one season and a lot of the skits were corny, but it was one bitch named Cocaine. She was like a rapper and her brother were like, he was like Eminem, but they were like from the suburbs. It was the best shit ever. Melrose Place on the CW. Me and the CW, we don't have the best relationship at all. Nikita. Even though Nikita got 6 episodes to close out the season, it was still considered canceled. LA Complex. Shit was so good. I knew Cassie Steele from Degrassi, and then the gay storyline with the rapper. Girl, it's here on YouTube. If y'all want to put the LA Complex, the gay storyline, it'll come up. 101, which I thought was really stupid because we didn't even know if Brianna fucked Ray J or not. Sweet Valley High. Now y'all know, okay, on The Game, Kelly Pitts was originally, she has a twin sister named Brittany Daniels, and her name is, I think, Cynthia Daniels. No, her name is Brittany Daniels. Her sister name is Cynthia Daniels. But they used to be on the show Sweet Valley High, which was based on the books. If you around my age, like between 25 and 34, then you will know what I'm talking about. They were in the same section as Babysitters Clubs and the Goosebumps books. But it was my shit, and it got canceled. It used to come on around Baywatch. Just because I just feel like Cuts could have got one more season, because that was all the homies. We had a lot of history with them, so that's how I have a, you know, and it was 101 spinoff. Remember Platinum? My Platinum. Okay, if you guys don't remember, I'm gonna put the link to the trailer below. But Platinum was like the original Empire. Okay, it was like a family of people. One of the girls kind of looked like she could be Lauren London's sister, and it was about this family and this record label. That just hit me like that was the original Empire. Lee Daniels ain't shit. Oh, please don't take that personal. If you want to give me a job, I'll also take it. The Secret World of Alex Mack. I just feel like, first and foremost, to this very day, I don't know what the fucking shit that was wrong with Alex Mack. All I remember is her ass looked like a Capri Sun after some shit happens to her. But it was my show. Ray and Alexis Fields was, you know, they was some people of color in a show that was just, this is when it was multicultural, okay? Nickelodeon's not that anymore. Pete and Pete, the theme song to Pete and Pete still makes me cry. And I don't know why, but I think it's because it was just a time in my life where it was like Stickly and Wienerville and all these things around Nickelodeon during that time for my generation of kids, all that, just My Brother and Me. It was all these shows that were just so good. I would literally watch Nickelodeon all fucking day. My sister was more of a Cartoon Network person. I was a Nickelodeon kid, dead ass. Me and Face go way back. Are You Afraid of the Dark was like the original American Horror Story, okay? Minus the kids in the woods with fire and sand and shit. Oh, remember the episode with Tia and Tamara? It was about the chameleon, and Tamara was the evil one and Tia was the nice one. And then at the end you thought, spoiler alert, you thought that she killed her. Bitch killed her all. She killed the wrong bitch. Girl! A little water, pay the price, bitch. That was my shit. And the one about, remember there was the one about the doll. The bitch was so dusty. A powdery mess. Girl, it was, yeah. As Told by Ginger. Now, recently, me and my sister used to watch this when we were kids, and then I moved away, and then she started watching other shit, and like I said, she was more of like a Cartoon Network person. She didn't know that Ginger got real deep. Like, this bitch, like, Darren had cheated on he got with Simone, and then her appendix or some shit ruptured. It got real deep when they got in high school. Taina, we already talked about that in my Taina review. Shout out to my girl who played Marissa, Latangela. She's doing her thing now. Shout out to her. Okay? Okay. Christina Vidal, where you at, girl? Because I would love to see that. One more again from Busta. Salute Your Shorts was that's another show that made me wanted to so bad to go to camp. That and Bug Juice were two shows that just made me want to go to camp so fucking bad. It was ridiculous. And Undressed on MTV. Funny note, Darrow, who was on Noah's Ark, which was on Logo, which is another show that got canceled prematurely, thanks Logo, was on Undressed. He used to like lure girls into his room so they could have sex with him. It was an MTV show that used to come on like really late at night. I still have some promos on a VHS tape somewhere. But that was just like, I feel like Noah's Ark was just like, that's my gay Bible, okay? Like we got 2 seasons in a movie, but it still don't mean shit to me because season 2 was not like season 1, and the movie I felt like was a little on the rush side, but I'm gonna take what I can get because Moesha was canceled too, and we didn't get no fucking last episode. We didn't know who was pregnant, but clearly it was Mo. So I don't know why it seems like I fall in love with these shows, and as soon as I get to invest into them, they get canceled. The same thing happened with Scream Queens. When they first announced Scream Queens, I was like, I ain't watching this shit. I said, how the fuck? I want to know what the budget was for this shit because there's way too many people on this cast that are known. Okay? Like, how's those checks being cut? But I watched the first episode. I fell in love. I was like, this is the best shit fucking ever. Like, Ryan Murphy did that. It was, to me, like the best thing he could have done because it did. I love American Horror Story, and I've watched American Horror Story since season 1. Not all y'all season 3 bitches who came in talking about some on Wednesdays we wear motherfucking butt. Okay, I've been there since Murder House. American Horror Story always missed an element, which was a teenage element until season 3. And Coven is one of the most popular seasons as of yet. But I just feel like Ryan has this issue where he starts so strong and he ends so weak. The finale of Roanoke was one of the worst finales ever, okay? I feel like I lost the fucking Super Bowl. Why couldn't it just be somebody else crazy? Why did it have to go all, like, and Taissa, she shouldn't even been in the season, she plays Zoe on Coven. But, and you know, what's weird is Taissa, who played Zoe on Coven, her mama played the mama on Bates Motel. And then their last name is Formiga. And I didn't even put it together until I seen a picture. I said, if that shit don't make the most sense, okay? Talk about, I mean, yeah. And I love Bates Motel too. And I'm happy that they came to like a ending properly. But I just don't understand like why all of these shows get so much promotion and then they get cut. And I feel like I don't know if I can invest myself into any more of Ryan Murphy's new projects. I wasn't a Glee fan. I didn't like Popular. So when they was like, is Ryan Murphy, he's doing like a horror comedy, I was like, oh no, I'm not trying to watch Shaun of the Dead or some shit like that, you know? So, and then I would have put Scream, the series on here, but they didn't get canceled. They just got a whole new cast. So that's not technically the same, but whatever. But how do you guys feel like when you have shows that you love and then you get invested and then they cancel them? Bug Juice was canceled on Disney Channel and I still to this day don't know why. The Famous Jet Jackson, God rest Lee Thompson Young's soul, it was canceled. And like, I know Disney Channel has it where after so many episodes, they automatically cancel the series just so it won't burn out and they'll start something new. So I understand, like, Raven's House is, you know, it's new, it's a spinoff of That's So Raven. We had Corey in the House. We had all these different things, which I appreciate about Disney Channel. They don't just kind of pull it into, it's just like, girl, let it go. Just like they announced recently that Scandal, after I think the new season, that's it, or it's a season after. I don't know. I don't even watch Scandal no more. How to Get Away with Murder came through and just took all my attention. I remember it was Scandal Tuesdays or Scandal Thursdays, and girl, I don't care what the fuck Olivia Pope ass is doing. Her fits, any of Cyrus, the baby, all these, I don't care. So I feel like now shows, especially because we have shows on like streaming services now, like there's a show on Netflix called 13 Reasons Why. Girl, if that ain't one of the most interesting shows I've ever seen in my fucking life, that shit is good. Santa Clarita Diet on Netflix was good as fuck. And I like the fact that I'm able to take a show and binge watch it as opposed to waiting each week. I've just gotten accustomed to when I don't have anything to do or I just ain't gonna do what the hell I'm supposed to do, I like to just sit back and watch shows, and I want to see what happens from top to bottom in the season, or do it out. Like, that's what I love about Orange is the New Black. Although I don't know how I feel about this new season so far, since it shouldn't have been leaked online and shit. But I feel like, you know, shit like Orange is the New Black, it gives you a chance to watch it at your own pace. Just don't get on social media or they gonna fuck it up for you. I know my sister had fucked up Breaking Bad for me. I didn't get a chance to watch the last episode, and she told me, I actually didn't watch the show. The bitch told me. I was like, you are the type of bitches I don't like. So how do you guys feel about, if you are a Scream Queens fan, how do you feel about the show ending? And do you think that there should have been another season? Did you like season 2? Most people didn't. I sure the fuck didn't. I think season 1 is the holy grail of what Scream Queens is. And I believe that Chanel Oberlin and Emma Roberts' performance as her is gonna go down in history. She's gonna be up there with like Regina George and Courtney Shane as like one of the best teen young adult villains of all times, and fabulous at doing it. So I just want to know what you guys think about this. Were you a fan of Scream Queens, or any other shows that you guys like that you feel robbed? I feel like Ringer was like Sarah Michelle Gellar's way back, and fucking CW fucked that up. That was a good ass show, and I felt so fucking robbed when they said, oh, Siobhan is gonna meet her sister, and then she already did, so we don't feel like we should come back for. No, you guys didn't come back. Because I'm gonna say, when it first came on, I didn't watch it right off the bat, and I remember I told Sir Will about it, and then he binge watched it on the CW app. And I was kind of doing the same. And then it was coming new episodes. We were watching them then. So we didn't start out the gate. We were late. We was covenanting it. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to get invested into any more shows that I can't stream that still go based on ratings, because if everybody doesn't have time to watch, then the show gets canceled, and then something that has such great life to it is now gone. I will say I did get to go to the set of Scream Queen season 2 and meet everyone, well, most of everyone, and they were very, very nice. The atmosphere was very positive. Jamie Lee Curtis is one of the flyest bitches, and I mean that with the utmost respect, I've ever met in my life. I can't believe I met Laurie Strode, but I did. I was able to, you know, just see the atmosphere of just how they operated, and you could tell that it was a special place. I got to see Taylor Lautner. I didn't say nothing to him, but I have blue hair, so I don't think he wants to say nothing to me either. But it was a positive thing. So how do you guys feel about this? Do you feel like shows get canceled too prematurely? Do you feel like Ryan Murphy is doing the absolute most when it comes down to his shows, and he don't give them enough time to actually spread their wings because he's so worried about American Horror Story? Just saying. Put your thoughts below and your shows that have been canceled, and you sound off, okay? All my Dollhouse fans, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I will catch y'all in my next one. Peace.